Hello everyone and welcome back to the 3T Path channel. My name is Giridhari. And today I want to talk to you about a very special word we find in Sanskrit in the Yoga Sutras, in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, which is Tarka. Now Tarka has different translations as usual, but basically we're going to use the Tarka in the sense of intuition and insight, or intuition and discernment. So we're going to see three powerful uses of Tarka that you can bring to your life for transformative changes. So first of all, Tarka about reality and about yourself. Now, this is like, stop a little bit, use your intuition, look inside, discernment, and analyze, who am I? What is this reality? Of course, this is the foundation of all spiritual paths. This is how every person in history who's ever become spiritual, they've gone through this Tarka. They've stopped and they said, wait a second. What is my nature? What is this reality? What is really going on here? If I apply, what's my intuition? Logic, intuition, discernment, let me put some thought into trying to understand better who I am, myself. What is myself? Who am I? And what is this reality I am now in? What is going on here? Of course, this opens up a beautiful world of, examining, re-examining, observing, seeing the same things you were there with. You were there with yourself, you're there with reality, but now you start seeing these things from a radically different viewpoint. And then this lets you access levels of happiness you had not experienced before. Because now you're seeing the same thing, it's yourself, it's reality, but you're seeing it from a completely different point of view. So that's the first use of Tarka. The second use of Tarka, really good, to see where you're deluding yourself and where you are stuck. Very important. You're going to use this your whole life, because you go up levels and you get stuck, and then you go up another level and then you get stuck. That's how spiritual consciousness evolution works. You break through, then you get to this new level, and then you get a little stuck, and then you have to break through to the next level, and so on. So you constantly have to be practicing this Tarka. So what is it that you're deluding yourself about? How are you distant from reality? In what aspect of your life are you fooling yourself? Are you living a fantasy? Is it the relationships? Is it your faith in some material goal you have? Or in wealth? Or what is it that you're deluding yourself about? And then, what are you stuck? What's keeping you down? What's tying you down, not allowing you to progress further? What are you anchored down to? Attachments, ideas you're stuck in, maybe relationships you're stuck in. What's holding you back? I like that a lot. And then 3, Tarka on what is needed to advance further in spiritual life. So use your intuition, your insight, discernment, analyze. What do I need to go further? Do I need to be more serious about my studies? Do I need to meditate more? Do I need to, get my mind onto the things I've already learned? Do I have to be more in the here and now? Am I stuck? Do I need some, psychological, emotional help because I'm stuck with some, bad, unresolved emotional pain that I'm just stuck there. So what do I need to advance further? I would say, my thing, study. Just study more. I've been studying for 30 years. I never stop studying. Think, oh, come on, 30 years, you're done studying. No, you keep finding new things. You just take that verse, you read that verse again, it's like, wow. And then you get maybe another teacher to teach you, to show you something that's a little different from what you've seen before. So that opens up another idea. You do another course. There's so much. It just doesn't end. And each like little tidbit, it's a little missing piece that allows you to advance further. Also just practices like, should I be like, take more, sometimes your health, your sleep. If you're not doing that well, then your mind isn't so good, then you can't advance well because you're not sleeping well, because you're not eating well, because you're watching too much junk on TV. So there's these little details, and you have to use Tarka, your intuition, insight, discernment to say, what can I do to advance further? So anyway, I like this a lot. Let me know if you like it. Leave your comments below if you think this is interesting. But here are the three again. First, Tarka, about yourself and about reality. 2, Tarka, on what is it that you're deluding yourself about, and where are you stuck? So what can you change that is just you're not aligned with reality and you're stuck somewhere? And then 3, what can you do to advance further? What is needed for you to advance further in your spiritual growth? All right, well, that's it. I hope you like that. Have the rest of your day with lots of peace and lots of love.